Okay, so it is the middle of the night and you have some business to take care of.
Yep. I wake up, or I stayed up probably in preparation, but just in my room, and then I will activate him while he's asleep and control him and wake him up.
All right, well, it's around 1 or 2 at night.
Mm, okay.
You're sitting, rather, you're laying in your bed, or perhaps you're just sitting in your lounge with the lights off to make sure no one sees that you're still awake.
Hmm. I sit up in my bed and try to enter the mind or activate Leon using my mental connection to him now.
All right, go ahead and roll a mind
Mind
or
control roll.
mind control roll. Yeah, he's an open book to you. He is your marionette and he will do as you please.
Awesome. Um, so from his eyes, I whisper at him. Um, so one thing to I was thinking of as well is that the character doesn't necessarily remember what happened while they were mind controlled, and
Yes,
this is from the book as well.
they lose all memory of what they did in the time that they are under control, unless I will say unless you will them to remember.
Okay, yeah, I am definitely not willing him to remember. So I now look through his eyes and listen
And
through his ears,
and
and
another thing, although you are controlling his mind, you cannot read his mind. You do not know any of his capabilities, if there are any hidden that he has not told you about.
right.
Okay,
Um,
continue.
so from his point of view, I will create uh, whispers around, calling out to him,
He,
Leon, come here.
you see, you look through his eyes into a dark room. There are clothes scattered about, not. You would expect a guy like him to be messier than he is, though it is still slightly messy. He looks around, and in the darkness of the night, he you hear him say a confused "huh?" Looks around for a minute. And he says, "I've got somewhere to be." And you see him get up, start to get dressed, and head out the door to a particular place.
Okay. I am constantly just having the voice like it's coming from just around corners or things, just leading him on, and then nudging his desire to want to follow the voice. And I'm leading him up towards where I know Lucilia's room to be.
Alright, when you get up there, or when he gets up there, does he take the elevator or stairs?
Stairs.
He is on the 6th floor, so going up 12 flights or 14 flights of stairs is draining to even him. He gets up there in quite the sweat, panting. It Whenever he gets up there, he sits down in a lounge chair for a moment just to catch his breath. He sits there for a few minutes and you see the lobby is different than yours.
Mm-hmm.
There's it's almost nebulous. Whenever you look into the walls, unlike your floor, it's not like looking into the depths of space. It's like and the depths of the void, let's say, and stars. It's more like looking into the depths of a nebula, or whenever you look into a smoky uh, dreamscape and you can just see forever just swirling smoke. It you get more of that feeling. It's you remember uh, whenever Leon came into the from the stairs, the little plaque that said astral themed, which all floors have a little plaque
Hmm.
that will say their theme on them. And might I add that Leon's was a sports theme, so whenever he left his room, you saw a bunch of sports ball stickers on the wall and football players and soccer players on the walls, and there were, instead of chairs and lounge chairs, there were bleachers.
Of course.
Of course. But
All right.
this place is a completely different feel.
Hmm.
Much closer to your. But it is dark. The only lights are the lights along the ground that light up the path just enough so you can get around. At some
See
point,
rooms or something.
yes, yeah, at some point you realize that the lights automatically go off around 12:30ish at night. It seems to be on an automatic system.
Okay.
Or perhaps someone turns them off. You're not real sure. But for the last two nights, it's been going off at 12:30.
12:30. All right. After giving him time to rest, more voices will start whispering just down the hall. It's time to go. They're over here.
Interestingly enough, although you know they are on this floor, you do not know which room, and there are 4 rooms to a floor.
Okay.
Do you remember who is on this floor?
Um, I don't.
Alright. Well, you know for sure that
Lucilia
Lucilia
and
and Vera are
Vera.
on this floor. If there is someone else on this floor, you can't quite remember. Unless you want to roll a mind.
I'll try to roll a mind.
Yes, you remember uh, that Karu, the wannabe samurai, also seemed to have picked a room on this floor somewhere.
Ah, yes. I remember now. He did pick the very top floor.
Yes.
All right, so it's the three of them, and there's 4 rooms.
Yes.
Um, walking quietly down the hallway, are there any? There's no markers for the rooms.
Hold on a second. No, there's just little plaques that say 1, 2, 3, and 4.
Okay. Um, let me see. What is the command to roll to GM? GM roll.
slash
Yeah, I
GM
found it.
roll.
Yeah. I asked the question, and then I saw the big green tab.
So as Leon is getting up from lounging, he actually gets up too fast and knocks the chair over. There's a loud clot on the
What?
floor.
Okay.
You stare. He stares around the area and doesn't move for a while. Doesn't seem like anyone's waking up, but it
Fuck that.
it gives you a jolt in your heart. This was not what you had planned. Why is this oaf such a klutz?
All right, fuck this. He's going to the roof. I'm just walking him over the edge.
Is that it?
Yeah, no, fuck this. I'm not gonna risk anyone finding out that he was mind controlled.
All right.
Like that was dumb. So he's just going to the roof.
So you begin to realize that perhaps you should have reconned more thoroughly. You think back to all the teachings of your adoptive father, correct?
Yeah,
All the
Papa.
things he taught you, and you just you kick yourself mentally. All right, this isn't how he taught me. I should have done better. I let my excitement get the better of me, but this desire, these people, you just can't help but want to relish.
Yeah, I was gonna randomly do a roll 1d4 to choose a room, but no, that's out the window. So it doesn't matter what room he chose because he knocked that over. I'm not even gonna try. He's just going whispers, calling him to the roof now.
If you want, you can roll a body or mind to see if you hear anything first.
No.
Okay. Well, he starts to go to the elevator just by instinct. Are you going to force him to take the stairs?
Yes. Because the voices are gonna be. They're not saying go to the roof. The voices are calling him around corners, pulling him just towards the stairs,
All
and
right.
then up the stairs.
You get up to the roof. It's a familiar scene, though at night it feels a lot more serene. Uh, there's. It's rather windy up here, actually. And
Um,
and
I'm going.
all hold on. Although uh, you can't physically see Leon or feel what he's feeling, you just
Mhm.
imagine his hair is ruffling in the wind. He shivers and looks out across the island, and he mutters something like, "Why am I doing this?"
More voices are gonna start speaking from all around. Hey, come over. Come on, let's play. And I'm going to push his feelings to want to follow the voice he wants to play.
You hear him start to speak to himself, and he just says, "Play? Is this recompense for what I did? I vowed I'd never play again. I didn't mean to do that to you." And he just starts crying and he says, "I'm sorry, bro. I'm sorry."
Oh
A-
God.
As he starts walking to the edge, and, and he says, "I destroyed your life, man. I'm sorry." You don't know what he's talking about, but
Mhm.
he's thinking about someone that would make him want to jump over the ledge.
And give the I just give more whispers and voices calling out from out into the distance, not necessarily from down below, but just out into the distance. Come
There,
on, come out here.
he climbs over the little guardrail and steps up on the ledge, and he's just looking down. And for a second, he gulps down, and he goes to turn and says, "No, this isn't right." And then the voice urges him, and as he goes to take a step off the ledge, he says, "No, this is how it has to be." And he steps back on the ledge, and you're looking down, and you just see the fountain below.
The fountain, okay.
Yes.
So it's in that courtyard area.
Well, it's some yards away. You know he's not going to land there, but you can see it from where
Yeah,
you
it's
are.
near that area, that courtyard area.
The courtyard looks beautiful at night from where you are.
All right. With the sense of touch, I'm going to remove his ability to feel the guardrail behind him
Okay.
using illusion. So to him, it doesn't feel like it's there anymore. Like he's just standing on a precipice with nothing to hold him back.
Does he not see at all?
No, he still
Does he
sees.
not see the guardrail at all?
I mean, if he's standing at the edge of it and it's behind him.
No, he does not see it. You think he doesn't feel it anymore, but you're not sure. He just stands there for a while, just looking down. You can tell this is something he wouldn't do without your urging, but
Yeah.
there is something plaguing his conscience that maybe he has thought about it before.
I heard little bro, so I'm assuming there was a little boy involved.
You can't know for sure.
No, but the whispers coming from around him, I can turn them into what sounds like younger boys.
And he did not say little bro, he just said bro, just to
Oh, he just
clarify.
said bro. Okay. All right, then just general male voices of
Alright.
varying ages calling him out.
Light.
And then the voices just telling him, come out here, come on. And I nudge him with that. And then there's going to be a loud, let me try, see how good the illusion might be. I'll create like a thunderclap sound from behind him to try to startle him forward.
There is a thunderous sound behind him. The whole building begins to shake and vibrate as his whole body goes tense, and he jumps a little, and that makes him start to lose his footing, lose his balance. He actually goes to catch himself, but at some point, the urgings and the whispers, he just stops and he just leans forward and he just lets himself fall. And you
20
just
stories.
hold on a second.
Okay.
And you just watch the falling
Through his eyes.
through his eyes. It looks like it's slow motion. You feel The adrenaline pumping through you. This is what you wanted.
So
This.
close.
This is it. And the feeling of seeing it through his eyes, through that adrenaline rush, is magnificent. Not even just watching from the sidelines through his own eyes.
Yes.
The ground is getting closer, and time gets slower and slower. I want you to roll a soul check.
Okay.
This will be a hard one, but you might see something. It wouldn't be the first time someone's life flashes before their eyes and you catch a glimmer. No. No, that coveted time. It doesn't happen quite this time.
Dang it. It's not quite the exquisite wine I was hoping for, but it is a great.
It is well aged, but it is not the dream. It is not like the first time the narcotic you've been
Yes.
chasing, but this man, this specimen, he's still different from the lowly filth you're used to. It seems
The
like
non-powered people I'm used to doing it
yes,
against.
it seems like everyone here is going to be enjoyable.
Fantastic.
The ground is only a few
Can't
feet away
wait.
now. How long has it been? How long has he been falling? Will he ever hit the ground?
It's too slow, but at the same time, I wish this moment would last forever.
Yes. And then inches, centimeters, less, and then just blackness. And you feel your mark fade away, and your control over him begins to wane.
I just find myself coming back to my own senses.
You're in your dark room. It's pretty chilly here at night, even with the heating unit going. But you feel warm inside, fulfilled.
Ah,
You It's like eating a good meal, but not quite filling yourself up.
mhm.
You you're satisfied, you're sated. You know you aren't going to have to eat anything for a while, but the food is so delicious that you just want to go grab another plate.
I want seconds, but I can't go back. But I can't be too gluttonous. I have to drag it out. It'll be so much more tastier with time. And
And
I'm curious about the way the others will react.
oh yes, that that is the hidden spice, the secret ingredient that makes it all worthwhile.
Yes.
Well, you lay in your bed for a while, maybe an hour, maybe less, maybe
Coming down
more.
from my high.
You just sit there and stare at the ceiling, and you just see him falling over and over again in your head, even slower in your mind. But this is only because you're savoring the moment. It is
Yes.
not many people get to experience falling to their doom as often as you have. Perhaps it has not been the first time for you. Maybe this is the first time you've had someone exodus off of a building. Perhaps not. But getting to see different ways that people perish through their own eyes, it's someone no one else could possibly understand.
It's each time is distinct in its own beautiful way.
Yes. And that, I suppose, is where we will finish as you decide to sleep for the rest of the night and prepare for a sunny, fun, glittering Luv-Luv Paradise Island.
Yep. I mean, I plan to go to the waterfall with all my friends.
It's gonna be such an exciting day.
I can't wait.